Story is set in Tokyo, Japan. A man named Yoshi is at an electrical therapy equipment factory owned by Mr. Tonoyama. Yoshi buys all of the unsold electrical therapy machines, 30 units in total. He prices each unit at 3,000 yen, arguing that machines like these are no longer in demand on the market. Because he urgently needs money, Mr. Tonoyama is forced to agree. After arriving home, Yoshi immediately photographs all the machines and resells them on an online marketplace. Interestingly, he lists each unit for 200,000 yen, more than 100 times the original price. It turns out Yoshi already knew that these machines were going viral and highly sought after. Since demand far exceeded supply, all of the units sold out within just 1 hour of being posted. Thanks to this, Yoshi now has 6 million yen. From this, we can tell that Yoshi is a dishonest reseller who buys up all available stock of high-demand items, monopolizes the supply, and resells them at unreasonable prices. Besides working as a reseller, Yoshi also has a 9-to-5 job at a company. Due to his strong performance, his boss, Mr. Takamoto, offers him a managerial position. However, since Yoshi has no intention of staying there long-term, he politely declines the offer. Yoshi has a girlfriend named Akiko. From time to time, Akiko visits Yoshi's rented apartment. Yoshi explains that he now has enough money to serve as capital for them to start living together, without having to limit their time together anymore. Akiko responds quite positively. Later, Yoshi is contacted by his former high school friend, Muraoka. Muraoka invites Yoshi to start a business together. However, since Yoshi is already able to earn even more money on his own, he naturally turns down Muraoka's proposal. One night, while returning home late after working overtime, Yoshi nearly gets into an accident because a wire is tangled across the road leading to his apartment. The next day, Mr. Takamoto once again offers Yoshi the managerial position. Feeling uncomfortable, as if he is being subtly pressured, Yoshi finally decides to resign on the spot. Mr. Takamoto is unable to do anything about it. As a sign of a new beginning, Yoshi decides to move to a rural area. In addition to the lower cost of living, this allows him to avoid various disturbances, such as Muraoka's unnecessary invitations, or the possibility of being contacted again by Mr. Takimoto. On the last day before all of his belongings are moved, Mr. Takimoto comes to visit Yoshi. However, Yoshi pretends not to be home by turning off all the lights. Because of the large number of reseller goods that need to be organized, Yoshi ends up hiring a local young man from the village named Sano. Yoshi explains that besides selling rare items, he also sells some counterfeit goods that closely resemble the originals at lower prices. After that, on a quiet night, someone suddenly throws an object at the window of Akiko's bedroom. When Yoshi chases after the culprit, the person has already sped away in a car. The next morning, Yoshi acts quickly and reports the incident, along with the physical evidence, to the local police. However, the police do not take the case seriously. They tell Yoshi that if he wants a fast response, he should pay a security fee. Problems continue to pile up. Because only 1 unit of his merchandise sells, Yoshi is forced to slash prices by up to 90%. To secure his inventory, he also rents a large warehouse near his home. There, he unexpectedly runs into Muraoka, who works part-time as a delivery courier. On the way back from the warehouse, Yoshi is shocked to learn that Sano has managed to catch the person who threw the object the previous night. However, not knowing what to do next, Yoshi lets the culprit escape. Sano says that he did this as a gesture of gratitude for being given a job by Yoshi. Soon after, Yoshi discovers the next viral product, an idol action figure that is trending on TikTok. Without hesitation, Yoshi buys up all the action figures from local stores. Amid his struggles, Akiko suddenly packs her belongings and asks Sano to deliver a message to Yoshi, saying that she is leaving for the city because she is bored with life in the village. Upon receiving the message, Yoshi does not seem surprised, believing that Akiko will eventually return to him. Although he has been forbidden from accessing Yoshi's computer, Sano looks through customer comments on Yoshi's online store. There, he finds that most of them are filled with insults and complaints about fake products and the unreasonable prices set by Yoshi. Realizing that Sano has broken the rule about accessing the computer, Yoshi fires him on the spot, ignoring Sano's explanation that he was merely curious about customer reactions. Before leaving, Sano warns Yoshi to be careful of his surroundings. The story then shifts away from Yoshi and Sano. A victim of Yoshi is shown, someone who unknowingly bought counterfeit goods and resold them, only to be beaten by his customers. Furious, a man named Osamu begins searching for information about Yoshi. To his surprise, there are already countless victims, and even a link containing Yoshi's detailed personal information, complete with photos. Osamu then heads to the meeting place of the so-called Yoshi haters. The situation briefly stabilizes as the action figures slowly begin to sell. But that calm does not last long, because suddenly, Yoshi's house is visited by Mr. Takemoto, who points a long-barreled gun at Yoshi. It is revealed that Mr. Takemoto is also one of the Yoshi haters. His hatred stems from Yoshi's rejection, which made him feel humiliated. Osamu is there as well, wearing a mask. Yoshi is now completely cornered when, at the same moment, Yoshi's photocopy machine suddenly malfunctions and makes a loud noise, distracting Mr. Takemoto and Osamu. Seizing the opportunity, Yoshi immediately runs toward the forest. As he flees, the number of people chasing him grows. They are willing to do anything to capture him. At the cabin where Yoshi hides, the owner suddenly appears and tries to calm the mob of Yoshi's haters. Unexpectedly, Mr. Takemoto draws first blood. Once again, amid the chaos, Yoshi manages to escape back to his house. There, he encounters Akiko, who has suddenly returned. It is unclear whether Akiko truly cares about Yoshi. She urges him to take only essential items, such as his bank book and the hard drive containing his online store data. Yoshi nearly escapes, but suddenly Muraoka is waiting for him, holding a pistol. Moments later, the paths to his right and left are also blocked by other haters. Whether she truly cares or not, Akiko appears unconcerned as she watches from inside the house, while Yoshi is dragged away. Elsewhere, Sano is seen purchasing an illegal pistol. It turns out that Sano also harbors resentment toward Yoshi, and he immediately heads to Yoshi's location. Yoshi is taken to an abandoned building where he is forced to apologize and commit to compensating all the losses he caused. When Sano arrives at Yoshi's house, he finds no one there. However, using a tracking device, he is easily able to locate Yoshi. After reaching the warehouse where Yoshi is being held, Sano immediately executes one of the men guarding the place. Hearing the gunshot, the Yoshi haters split up to search for its source. Yoshi is now guarded by only one man. Let's call him Sakaki. In an attempt to ease the tension, Sakaki mutters about why he hates Yoshi, explaining that Yoshi has completely ruined his life. But before he can finish his story, after killing Sakaki, Sano frees Yoshi. He hands Yoshi a pistol and urges him to strike back at his haters. One by one, Sano eliminates them. Eventually, it becomes Yoshi's turn, forced to kill for the first time in his life. Inside the warehouse, filled with hiding places, Muraoka manages to ambush them and takes Sano hostage. But after that, only Takimoto and Osamu remain. Osamu, a coward from the very beginning, tries to run away, but Takimoto refuses to let him escape and kill him. Now it is Takimoto alone, wielding his long-barreled gun, facing Yoshi and Sano. A firefight breaks out once again. Taking advantage of the moment when Takimoto reloads his weapon, Sano executes him. Having been saved once, Sano no longer has any intention of killing Yoshi. He even returns the hard drive that Yoshi had left behind. As they take a moment to rest, Akiko suddenly appears. Overjoyed, Yoshi immediately embraces her. At that moment, Akiko suddenly asks Yoshi to hand over his bank book. In the final scene, while doing some monologue, Yoshi and Sano are shown driving toward hell. This serves as a depiction of the modern world, where humanity is driven by greed and self-interest, forces that ultimately lead people into hell. The ending of the film is open to multiple interpretations. Some viewers even believe that Sano never truly existed. He may be an alter ego of Yoshi, Yoshi representing fear and susceptibility to manipulation, while Sano embodies logic and decisive action when necessary.